gotta trust and believe. You got it, 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 you got it. So let nothing hold you down. Oh no, nobody can stop you now. Oh,
What's up, everybody? I am Van Swan, and you are watching Conversation with Van. On today's episode, I get the opportunity to talk to somebody, man, who is funny as heck and actually runs in his family. We'll talk about that a little bit later, man. This guy's a comedian. He's an actor. He's a rapper. He's a preacher. He's a mentor. So many different things, man. That dude is gifted. Ain't that what they call it? Talented, just gifted. He just got skills. That's what he got. Man, this dude is so dope, and I'm so happy that he said yes to having this conversation, y'all. Put your hands together and give it up for my boy, Gabriel Cannon.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? It's a pleasure, brother. Proud to be here on the show, man. I seen up here, man. I've been watching. I'm glad y'all been watching. So, yeah, we here, man.
Thank you so much for doing this, man. I appreciate this. But let's just have a little conversation. So let's just get to know each other and let the people know a little bit who Gabriel Cannon is, man. So where are you from?
Originally, I was born in Dago, but I was raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was only, in San Diego for like a few months. So I'm definitely country bred.
So I've been to Myrtle Beach. Is that North or South Carolina?
That's South Carolina.
Where is that?
That's South Carolina. Like Myrtle Beach, we would take, that would be like our yearly vacation. So probably like 2 hours away, and then you wait till the summer come and you get to go to Myrtle Beach. So California's a little different. You go to the beach every day.
It's from the South. So what brought you to San Diego or to LA?
Well, that's the interesting question. A lot of people think I be bragging about this, but it's like it's hard for people to ask me, how did you get from North Carolina to California without telling you? The truth is, my brother got famous. He was on TV. Nick Cannon, the little drummer boy. I had that guy wilding out all that.
Wow.
Yeah. So my dad was the type dude. He was it was, like I said, he had 5 boys, so he would turn off the TV. The only thing we could watch back then was the Arsenio Hall show. Yeah. Okay. The only thing we could watch. Other than a preacher or a Christian station.
Was he a pastor or something like that?
He was like my earliest memories of my pops. He would always have his camera. Like if you see me, I always got a camera. I got it from him. But he would take his homeboys from the church, and they would like my earliest memories is just being in the backseat of my dad's car, man, and him street preaching to what we thought was zombies. Just people on drugs and stuff. But those were my earliest memories, and as a kid, we didn't really fully understand what's going on. But sitting back and watching the videos, like I said, he always had a camera with him. It was like, whoa, ministry.
So he would record himself ministering.
Give awesome testimony yourself. And God has changed your life.
You were really his boys, but yeah, they would be on the street, and all of them just out there, just street. Which sometimes you see them get cussed out, get off our block, But he would always, and just this old '90s footage of these men just in these different neighborhoods just preaching.
So you said that he had y'all in the living room being your own reality show. So that's kind of how it all started.
Yeah.
The most amazing man that walked the earth. They stubborn, they bullheaded. We can get into attitude sometimes.
Yeah, we couldn't watch TV, so he would turn the TV off, but he would give Nick, the oldest, his camera. And so, we would then be his lead actors. So, we had to make our own TV. But then, looking back and seeing what that simple, thing my dad did, turn the TV off, make your own. And now you get to look at a guy like Nick Cannon today. It came from somewhere. It came from a discipline that somebody instilled. And you know what I mean? That kind of started feeding his imagination. If any, you know what I mean? I grew up in the church. We would be at 7, 8 churches on a Sunday. So it's like, I couldn't really, you know what I mean?
I remember them days.
Yeah. The moment I get church. Yeah.
Oh,
it's like, man, we're going to get up out of it. But, I seen where it made me a different person, compared to all the other people around me. I had a different filter system than the other guys in the neighborhood had. They probably gonna go do something. I had to take it through the filter my dad did, and now Jesus filter. And it's but which probably saved my life in many different situations.
So what was it like growing up with somebody who was famous? having a brother who was in the entertainment business? Did you
Yeah.
feel pressure to join that field, or what was it like? Or did you feel like you lived in the shadow?
Mhm.
Explain to me.
Well, I mean, naturally, when Nick got famous, like I said, it's something that we just thought we were doing as a family. Like, we just started, this was our living room thing. When Nick got famous, it's like, whoa, that's the outcome of what we've been doing. We seen the end goal of everything we've been harnessing. So to us as a family, it was just a chain of command. Okay, Nick gold and you gold, and it was just the way it's supposed to go. To the outside world, I remember bringing the first magazine Nick was in. He started off rapping. I remember bringing it to school. I think it was like in the 5th grade. Like, yo, that's my brother. Nick, little brown skin, light skin, whatever. And I remember even the teacher was like, right. And this is before he was famous. This is just a guy in a magazine. I'm in North Carolina. He ain't, like, yeah, right. Like, who is this dude that's like, get out of this class? Like, and they didn't. And so it kind of, nobody knew, but it kind of gave me an insecurity. Especially the more famous Nick got, Drumline came out, the Wildin' House, and though I was, it's my brother, like, at the same time when I would show up, I could see that people look like, you sure? Like, you know what I mean? You could tell somebody kind of told her, like, okay, no, Nick's brother's coming, and when I walk in the room, you don't expect this guy to walk in the room, so it's like. But you're just like, if somebody told me Mariah's sister's coming or whatever, and a little dark-skinned girl walk in, I'm going to naturally have a reaction to what I've already thought. I've already pictured this person coming. Right. I've already have an idea of who this is. So I see when I walk in the room that the idea that you had in your head is not what I am. So then I would put on layers of, okay, well, I got to be extra silly. Well, I got to show you that I'm funny. And so then it's like, oh, I see. They are brothers. They're both funny, or you know what I mean? So I started putting on these layers that really wasn't me, trying to give people what they thought I should be. So it brought some beautiful things. I mean, even in,
I was going to say, because I mean, like, there got to be some perks too.
It was
your brother being Nick Cannon, especially when it comes to the ladies. Like, it has to see. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna tell me, baby mamas I got. see, and that's the problem. It was distractions.
He said, "I ain't gonna tell you how many."
Exactly.
Man,
see, don't believe everything you read on Google. Don't believe everything you read on Google. But everything was in excess. I mean, the women, bro. Like, I found myself with women that I couldn't like. I can't believe this woman is letting like me, the little ashy dude from North Carolina. Like, I also found my identity in that though. Like, you know what I mean? If there's a woman who allows me to be with her, I began to feel better about myself because of what she's saying to me. But then I began to feed off of that. So now I'm feeding off of the approval of different women. You know what I mean? Knowing at the same time that you probably don't even want me for me. Like, you probably trying to be, well, I don't know, girl. Well, come on to my house. And it was fun. Like I had access to everything. I was 17 getting my whole... Imagine being in 10th grade, but I can get you in the club. Like, I can get you a bottle. I can get you anything we want just because of this, what my brother was doing in this industry. Our clothes, everything was free. We didn't have to pay for anything. So that were perks, but I had to define my definition of what true success was. And
what is that? What is success to Gabriel Cannon? What does that look like to you? Not following in the shadow of your brother, but walking in your own path. Like, I commend people like a Janet Jackson or, who else or have brothers and just relatives, of even the Ray J's of the world. You know what I mean? Who you have these famous celebrities who are doing major things, and you're equally doing things that might be in that same field, but you may not be getting the same recognition. So how do you handle that? And then on top of that, you said something that really stood out to me. People treated you a certain way just because you were darker than me. Like, oh, heck no, you ain't it, brother. You dark. So there was also that too. So did that bring up some kind of insecurities or complex about even just who you are as an individual, your skin tone, your color? What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, that definitely did. I mean, even in the Black community as a whole, like, we look at the world as racism, but in each culture, there's its own almost racism. I know even in the Hispanic, there's a light versus dark almost. And definitely in the our community, team light skin, team dark skin. Like I remember growing up, I couldn't stand light skinned dudes. Like they always got something to say. I couldn't stand it. Not said, but it was this tone. It's almost a racism in our own community to where it's like, we put we against each other. And that was there too. So especially when it became on a worldwide platform, in my own classroom to deal with. Okay, I throw a few jokes,
Right.
but to deal with these strangers, okay, there's a crowd of people I'm coming to speak to, and they think this little light skinned boy about to show up, like this little pretty boy about to show up, and it's, hey y'all, you know what I mean? I definitely overcompensated a lot of times. Like you'll even see it in my personal life. If you rewind this tape back, you'll see like he's doing a lot of I overcompensated. Like I said, but at the same time, it allowed me to it sharpened me. I could, it sharpened me, man, because I could go in any room and I'll give you whatever. Like I could give you level 10, I could give you level 1. I became a jack of many trades. You know what I mean? I became a maneuver in any room, really. So it was not necessarily a bad thing. It was me figuring, once I got, confidence of who I am, you know what I mean? Once I, people are looking for a certain thing, and I can't be mad if I'm not what you're looking for, but I can show you the best of who I am. But if I don't know that, I have nothing to give. So yeah, that's kind of what I had to figure out. Who are you? Yeah, these people are calling and they're wanting them, but who are you? What is your value? And once I started identifying that, it became a lot. My last idea was success. I mean, was the idea that they give us, coming up as black, a black youth in America is you get the many chicks you get. And, if you're surrounded by a lot of friends, if a lot of people like you, if you got a big house and, these material outwardly looking things. Now, man, success for me, man, it's number one, being in line with the Creator, with what God calls you to be. We have all these ideas. I want to be this and I want to do this, and forget that, like, I was created specifically to do a job. And I feel like success is finding out what that is and walking in that. Kind of like even with the show, it's about walking in your car. Your show is the definition of what true success is, and finding that. Really, and that's why, because you'll never arrive at now I'm successful, but like you're saying, like on your journey, you're successful because you're on that proper path to where you're supposed to be. So yeah, I don't think there's a arrival or I'm successful when I get there. I think there's a position of success.
Yeah, we mentioned the entertainment side of it, but we didn't really we didn't really touch on that as far as it concerns you. We're talking about Nick, but like, where are you at with entertainment? Like, what was your journey like? What was your process like? You said your brother was who he is.
You know what I mean?
The list.
Yeah. Oh, the list is bananas.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Many of those doors.
Sorry.
The list is amazing.
But like, him being who he is and you having to just walk in your own purpose and your own calling, what was that process like, and what does that look like for you? Are you acting? Is it mentoring? Is it preaching? Is it what who is Gabe? What you on?
It's like I said, from the beginning, it's always been entertainment. That's been a passion from the beginning. I've been acting since a child and doing music since a child. I've been in the industry, been signed to Def Jam. We toured with Mariah. I was locked in the 360 deal. Like I've seen it all. Came out of that, created my own company, Chasing Amazing in the music industry. Left Hollywood completely. Felt empty. God just, I would wake up beside a different woman every night and just literally have to, just to remember who I laid down with. Like, oh, it was the Asian joint. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and God made me sick of myself. Like, really just like, dude, that's what you want? Like, I know I showed you better. I know I showed you what that true success, and I really just left Hollywood completely, man. I went to Bible college, went and, let me read this word for myself. Was empty. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't want none of this world, but I know I didn't know this for myself. I know the truth. I could quote with the best of them, but I haven't developed. So just that's my only desire was let me get closer to you, God. went down there, got my degree down there, met my wife down there, got married.
Wow.
Yeah, and start seeing, you know, the fruits of God working for me. I seen what I could do when I worked for myself. I could throw a little nice little house party, and I'm gonna get this little praise, and it would be empty. I would always have to do something else. I would always have to do something next week. There's always gotta, can y'all get me in? And you know what I mean? I always gotta do something else to stay relevant or stay that guy. But then as God started showing me his fruit, you know what I mean? He started showing me his promises, and in comparison, like, you know, these were lifetime things. Like, you know what I mean? These was covenants I could build. These were, you know, instead of getting on the stage and just giving a song, to actually have substance in that song, man. Like, even with you, that's why when I watch you perform, bro, it moves me, man. Like, and then you doing so much. You directing singers over here. You doing all that. Man, you also still performing right here. You killing it. Like,
I appreciate it, man. I
but
appreciate it. Seriously.
to see that, like, you know what I mean? To see that, because I know what it takes to
it's
do
hard.
that, bro. Like, the hours, the practice, number one, but even the skill to conduct all that, to hear all that sound. Like, I don't have it, but you're gifted and you're skilled beyond the competition and what you do, and you could leave it at that. It's just a performer. Your talent gonna speak for itself. Your vocal ability, God, it's gonna speak. But the fact that you humbled yourself, knowing that, listen, I got chords from heaven on here, homie, like, and humbled yourself and said, listen, I need some word in this.
Yeah.
I can't just leave y'all with what I'm doing. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all seen this brother performance alone. Like, but to like I said, humble yourself, feed us with his word. Like, we're already in awe of what you do. But then they say, hold on, let me give you truth. You know what I mean? Like, that's what success is. Like,
your
journey. So you met your wife in Bible college. You went through a whole spiritual route. So you know the ins and outs of the entertainment business. You said you went on tour with Mariah. Yeah. What was that experience like? I mean, the best learning curve I've ever had. I mean, I've never seen professionals to where every time I'm learning by watching. I'm learning. If I'm watching the sound guys put on my mic pack, I'm learning. Like, they're saying phrases, and so, you know, from the bus driver, he giving me game from driving, but with the OJs back in the day, you know, I was truly humbled. Becoming a famous person or a famous singer, you're automatically at a pedestal of influence, right? So number one, in this world, to give somebody influence is to give them power over, you know, the flock or the masses. If I'm in a position and my game is to sell records, right? And I don't believe in your God. I don't believe in none of that. Or let's just say I have an agenda. I can only really, I'm not going to put on anything that opposes my agenda. You know what I mean? So no matter how great or talented you are, I have an agenda. So I will come to you and try to get you, if you're talented, like, you know what I mean, as best as my ability to be on the same page of my agenda. You know what I mean? So that means if I have to tell you, listen, if I see that your mother's around you and your mother keeps telling you the way that we do things over here is a little wrong, I'm going to start telling you things that, listen, man, could you not bring your mother? You know what I mean? Listen, man, when your mother's around, you're not that focused. You know what I mean? Not because that's really what it is, but just because they got a hidden agenda. Yeah. With that same example, if I give you a record deal, right, $1 million, $100 million, or whatever, right, and your first album goes, you're already famous. Like, people know you. You can't go now you're in this position. You can't go work at the grocery store. You can't go backwards, really. Your mom already done quit her job and everything. Your mom comes to you and you tell you, like, look, man, Swanee doing some things that we don't agree with. We ain't like. You are now in a position to, you know what morals you stand on. You're in a position to tell these people who provided you a whole nother lifestyle, who help you make your dream come true. You got to tell them, listen, well, my mom said, since y'all doing some little crazy stuff over here, you might, instead of having that conversation, you can tell your mom, just act like you didn't see that. Right. If this same person, your second album come out, you've already lived a certain lifestyle. You can't go backward and say, man, listen, man, we're going to have, let's say, a Quincy Jones, just throwing that hypothetically out. Quincy Jones produced this whole album. Oh my God, that's amazing. This one definitely gonna blow. We got it done. Listen, I need you to come in this room, or I need you to come handle this, or I need you to come compromise something.
I got you.
Now you in a position to is like, yo, if I tell these people no, like you said, I can't go back.
Right.
I can't
right.
go back. But you know, if it was me, like not me, but I would have to question, okay, whatever I do that they're asking, nobody that I'm doing this for will ever know. I can almost start telling myself that I'm doing these things that goes against my morals and my standards. I can start making myself believe I'm doing it for the people I love. You know, and then years go by and I start living these lifestyles, and then now my normal has become so far from, you know what I mean? Like, and so yeah, it's a simple compromise. It's a how about, you know, well, you know, women like abs, like they just want to show your ass a little bit. Then 3 hours later, he in his drawers.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
The progression of everything.
Yeah.
That
So,
slow leak. Yeah. So what was, or was there a moment in the music industry, or while you were in that lifestyle, the entertainment field, that something crazy happened, something drastic happened that you was like, I have to change. I have to change my surroundings. I have to change my settings. I have to change. I want to go a different route.
Yeah. There was a strategic attack on Jesus. Like I said, I came from Bible Belt, daddy preaching. We did a video, and our thing was we kind of heard about how this industry was. My older brother's in it, and you know, we've seen things. But what I seen to make me say, like, listen, this is that nobody really cared for me. Like I just, you know, I just kind of stepped back and realized, like, yo, all my friends are not really my friends. Like all my friends is just my party crew. Like it's not, you know. And at the time, I had a daughter, my danger, my first baby mama, and I was raising her by myself, you know, and I started changing, like, you know, raising a little girl and being a man horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So having your daughter kind of made you.
It kind of made me because remember, I was doing this because I was insecure about myself. So this was just like, but it's like, man, I couldn't see my daughter being one of these women confirming men like that. But then I seen, like, you know, being in a hotel room, you know, drinking too much, throwing up, and being surrounded, and realize, like, yo, these people would let me die, and they would just tell the story. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would get into stuff. Like, you Google me, I would always get into stuff. Wow. And it's like, only reason why these people was around was to tell the story, and they would let it go as far as it'll go, just so they have more of the story. And then Gabe died. Like, they will even still say that. Like, you know, and it's like, yo, you guys are like, you guys are just watching me. Like, nobody's doing this with me. Yeah, like, and I just realized, like, yo, man, my mom will never get the true story of what happened out here if I lose my life out here.
They're gonna give what they want you to have.
Yeah. She will never get the truth of what happened. My daughter will never. If something happens to me, they'll never. And it's like, yo, man, God help. And at that point, I didn't know how to surrender. And somebody was like, that's exactly where you need to be. And my biggest thing is, I don't know how. How do I let this world go, man? Like, and I was angry because I knew God, and I knew I was ready, but I couldn't let what I knew was me for me, because I wasn't trying to be like my brothers. I was trying to be different. I looked different. So it's like, okay, well, let me find what's for me, and that looked cool. Okay, I was the one who's always loud and want to fight. Okay, I'm a thug. People call me a thug. I guess I'm a thug. Putting on this armor that wasn't me. And so letting it go, it felt like, yo, man, like, who am I gonna be if I'm not the dude out of everybody who smokes, or if I'm not the dude out of everybody who am I gonna be?
You have to find out.
Yeah.
So where are you at now? Who is Gabe now? So I know you mentor. You know, we got young visionaries mentoring. But what else do you do? Are you still doing music? Are you still acting? Are you still what you on now?
Yeah, well, I'm still on all that. When I went to Bible college, I thought, honestly, I was gonna have to. I surrender all that, God, and you know, God was literally like, man, like, what you talking about? I let you have that front row seat. I let you learn and pick, so you can come back and do it for my kingdom. Like, yo, I allowed you to have that training. I kept you alive so you can learn, so you can now. And so that's where I'm at now. Like, when
That's
you
good.
realize, like, yo, this is what I'm called to do. Like, even with these kids, I'm realizing my dad had a youth organization, and then seeing me and you right here
Wow.
representing the youth.
Man,
it's
you
like,
got a lot in common with your pops, man.
I didn't even know. Like, you know
That's
what I mean?
crazy
So,
though.
yeah,
That's amazing,
Yeah,
man.
it's
So
crazy,
yeah, so
man.
with the organization, and what else?
I mean, I'm right. Because of COVID, I was halfway through shooting this film called Love War. It's actually 3 music videos that you put them together, it equals a short film. So
That's dope.
Out of it. Next time I get back up, I'm not going down again.
So the snare.
So yeah, I just think everything should have substance, and I think the best creations come from if you lined up to the creator, man. So yeah, I'm definitely getting this film, this music. I got plans to work with this amazing artist named Van Swan.
What's going on? I'm waiting on you. Thank you
know.
again, Gabe, for coming and having a conversation with Van, and I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Be blessed.
Peace.